Hello. Okay, we're back with part 2 of our process of 9mm brass. So in the first video, we deprimed and resized. I don't know how many cases. I don't know how many will fit in here, but this is the Harbor Freight rock tumbler. It's the 2-drum rock tumbler. I got it with a coupon and all that. I think I had maybe 40 bucks in it. And like I said in the first video, I purchased 5 pounds of steel pins. So I have 2.5 pounds in each one. So that's a lot of steel pins for these small drums. But I believe that's why I can fill them up with so much brass. So my process is I use hot water. I use Dawn dishwashing detergent, just the regular original. And sometimes I'll use some Lemmy Shine. And in this video, we'll go ahead and use the Lemmy Shine. You know, I think it's very popular. People like it. You can use radiator cleaner. If you look on the back, like the Peak radiator cleaner, it's citric acid. So if you've got a bottle of that and you only used half to flush your radiator, look on the back and it says citric acid. You could use that, and you know it's going to be a small amount because this is small too. It's just crystallized. So let's get started. I add my water first. So this is just hot water from the tap. And I will fill it up with water till we just get above the brass. Then from there, let's go ahead and fill them both up. I had to make sure the camera was on. Couldn't remember if I hit the record button or not. So fill with hot water just above the brass. And you could put less brass in here and less steel pins. And I've cleaned brass without steel pins, and it still gets it clean. So a lot of people will measure their Lemmy Shine, but basically what I do is I just get some in my hand, and I'll take a pinch, you know, a good pinch, almost like I'm doing salt while cooking. And I'll put a pinch in each one. And if I got any left over from that pinch, I'll just divide it among the containers. So a pinch will do it. And I'm going to let this tumble for an hour to 2 hours. The Dawn, about a half a tablespoon. Of course, I don't measure this. I just squeeze it in there. I just watch it, and you can see it. And then from there, we're going to cap it off, and we're going to turn it on and let it do its job. Now you can make your own tumbler. People have been making tumblers for years. And if you know anybody in the rock collecting business, and they're ever having a yard sale, that's a great place to get a tumbler. Okay. Make sure our lid's on tight. Now you don't want to over tighten these because these things are made in China. They're not built that well. And I haven't had this thing long, maybe a year, maybe 2, I don't know, 2 years. Before that, when I did my range pickups, I would always wash my brass, and I would wash it in the same container, the coffee container. I'd use hot water, a teaspoon of vinegar, and some Dawn dishwashing detergent. And I'd put the lid on there and mix all that together, and it was a long process. I would go outside and I'd shake it up for a few seconds and let it sit. Shake it up for a few more seconds and let it sit. And I'd do that throughout the evening, and then the next day I'd get it out. I'd rinse it and let it dry, and then I'd put it in the vibratory tumbler, usually with some walnut. If I wanted it to clean fast, if I wanted a good polish, I'd put the corn cob in there. But I wasn't really worried about the polish so much as just getting them clean. So the walnut media is what I use mostly. And the walnut media I purchased was from the pet store, and it was actually kitty litter, natural kitty litter. If you look on it, it'll say walnut holes, and they were red. I've got some somewhere. I just hadn't used them forever. Uh-oh. Left my washer off. That's not good. There we go. We're also going to use this washer to take these lids off too. I just take that washer and I kind of push it in there, and then I work it around and it pops the lid off. Makes it real easy. So you got a built-in tool there to remove the cover. Alright, those are set. We're going to turn this on, and I'm going to let this run for an hour to maybe 2 hours at the most. I'm probably going to let it run for about an hour, 15 minutes, because maybe an hour and 30 minutes, because I got something to do and it's probably going to take that long. Uh-oh. It would help to have it plugged in. Okay. And there we go. The Harbor Freight rock tumbler. So this is how I clean my brass. Small batches at a time.